Hey guys, welcome to my Let's Play of Toy Story 2 for the N64. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have a few different options there. That controller pack option is basically used to load or save different games, and I believe you can adjust the sound options. But we're going to go ahead and get started. And the first level is Andy's house. So yes, this is a game that was a big part of my childhood, and I kind of feel like this was a forgotten game. I know it came out such a long time ago, but we're going to go ahead and get started with this first level. So summer is here and Andy's off to cowboy camp. Red alert! Buzz and the gang look on as Woody tries to save another toy from being sold. But Woody is spotted by Al, a toy collector. Al steals Woody. And even Buzz Lightyear himself is helpless to save his buddy. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Like I was saying, this was a game that was a big part of my childhood. I want to quickly just kind of explain the controls. So you can actually hit the R button if you're playing this on the N64 to go into laser mode, where you can actually shoot enemies with your Buzz's laser. Of course, the A button jumps. You can do a double jump or an extended jump, I think it's referred to in this game, by just tapping the A button twice. As you see, we have a nice little view of, I love this view of the window outside looking around Andy's yard and his neighborhood. If you see the push icon, you can run into an object and push it. So those little blocks with Rex's face on it are going to be helpful throughout the entire game. They'll kind of give you nice little hints. You don't really need them after the first couple levels, but it's a nice little tutorial section they kind of give you there. And now we're on Andy's bed. I love that view again. If you press the A button once and then press it again, you can do the extended jump. So this is basically the double jump or the extended jump, which allows you to jump over to areas a lot further. And then we're going to go ahead and climb up this pole and see what's up here. But yeah, again, like I said, this game's very... so you can jump onto zip lines and then slide down them by pressing the A button. These zip lines are going to be... you're either going to love them or hate them. Because you'll see later on that they can get kind of... tedious to use and can kind of be annoying in certain levels. So this block space is just telling us we can actually focus our laser to shoot different objects. So you want to go ahead and hit the R button if you're playing the N64, and you can actually target enemies or objects by holding Z and then hitting B to shoot. So we're going to go ahead and shoot these pins to lower this crib wall so we can go ahead and jump over it. And this is Andy's room, and I love how they kind of recreate that from the film. This is telling us to grab on the poles. We just jump, and then Buzz holds on to, well, it can be poles or it can be other things as well, like this plant. Anything that's like a longer object like that looks like you can climb up it, you more than likely can. Rex is spread out throughout the levels. He gives you hints. So he's telling us we can move boxes in the basement. We can get our first item is also found in the basement. Rex is kind of like your hint character. You just go ahead and talk to him. I believe he's in every level, and he'll give you hints on where to find different Pizza Planet tokens. So that's the collectible item, the main collectible in the game. One of the reasons I love this game so much is not only is it a great platformer, and it's a shooter, but you can also collect many different items in the game. That's actually the key to completing the game 100%, which is what we are going to do in this run. So yeah, it says press B button, you can attack with your laser. I love that ability as well, being able to not only you can physically attack them as well. Buzz has a wing attack, but most of the time you're going to be using your laser to attack and destroy enemies. So as you can see, we are kind of maneuvering here. We are now in the attic. So another part of Andy's house. I love how they design really all the levels, and don't even get me started on the soundtrack to this game, because oh my goodness, it is one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard, especially for a game released on the N64 such a long time ago. This was like back in like the late 90s, I think. Such a good game. But as you can see, we're gonna a lot of this game is going to require us to kind of maneuver throughout different areas of the game, and you're going to be doing a lot of climbing, a lot of falling like I just did there, but a lot of it is just mainly going to be just kind of having good coordination, and a big part of it as well is focusing your camera in the right direction. If your camera is not quite focused in the right direction, it can kind of throw you a little bit when you're making certain jumps, or like right now we're kind of on like a tiny narrow ledge. There's a lot of areas in the game that have these types of locations where you're on like very narrow ledges. You kind of have to maneuver very gracefully, Or if you're good, you can be quick and just, you know, timing your jumps right and making sure your jumps are timed correctly is pretty important. But as you can see, we have, looks like a little bit of a little sheep over here by the window up here in the attic. This is going to be one of our first collectible items. So each level is going to have a collectible item where you're going to have to collect up to 5 of a certain item or a certain thing that another character is requiring for you to get another Pizza Planet token. There's 5 Pizza Planet tokens in each level. We are going to collect every single one of them. There's a total of 50 spread out between the different levels. But first, we're going to go ahead and defeat this boss. So defeat the 10 robot for a Pizza Planet token. So each level is going to have a mini boss, and then there's going to be a boss after every 2 levels, a main boss in the main story. For this first boss, it's pretty simple. You just want to run around in a circle, and then when he's turned around like that and his back is being wound up is when you want to hit him and you can get some good shots on him. Another strategy I like to use is if you can actually charge up Buzz's laser beam by holding the B button. So we're going to see if we can go ahead and do that like that. And then once his laser turns yellow like that, that means he's charged up, and his laser attacks will do a lot more damage, allowing you to defeat these bosses and mini bosses a lot faster. Most of them are pretty easy for the most part. Some require a little strategy, but there's really nothing. It's really hard to lose, you know, for the most part in most of these boss fights. Especially this first one's very easy. You just got to wait for him to kind of tire out or wind himself back up because he's a robot, and then you go ahead and hit him when he is caught off guard. As you can see, he's got like maybe 2 shots left. We're going to charge up our laser and boom, defeated. And we have our first Pizza Planet token. More to come.